Hey everyone, this is Razador, and welcome to another Pokemon solo run. We've swung back to Generation 2, and this run is a request from a buddy of mine who happens to be a big fan of this gen, as well as the Pokemon we're running today. Now, I've never actually used a Snubbull before, so I'm actually pretty excited to try this out. These base stats are about on par with those of a first form starter. We're real slow, and I can see that being an issue throughout the run. We'll have to work around that little quirk. But man, base 80 attack? That's pretty good for a first form Pokemon. Well, we'll definitely be getting the TM for return this run because that will be by far our strongest physical move as we get the same type of attack bonus from it. Speaking of moves, nothing here really strikes my fancy, though getting the same type of attack from Tackle will be nice for the early parts of the game. Takedown is okay, but we get that at level 43, and we are certainly going to have the TM for return by then. Bite at level 13 is nice, and though it doesn't use our physical attack in this generation because all Dark are special moves before Gen 4, that'll give us a useful tool for when we fight Pokemon with high defense, particularly rock types. And we're going to need that from Morty's gym, no doubt. It's either Bite or fight him with Mud Slap, and I say Mud Slap because that is part of our TM selection for this run. And while I don't see us making use of Mud Slap, there are plenty of other useful things on here. The coverage is absolutely incredible. The elemental punches are unfortunately dictated by special attack, but they will still be useful, I'm sure. Curse strats in the postgame might be the way to go too, since we're going to be slower than just about everything we encounter. No abilities or natures in Gen 2, and that suits me just fine. Oh, and since we are playing in Crystal, I could, if I really wanted to, find the move tutor to teach Thunderbolt, but I really don't think we're going to need it. I see Thunder on our list, and I'm already hatching a little evil scheme for later in the run. But that's not for a while, we've got a long road ahead of us, so let's get to it. Faulkner sends out Pidgey, we're faster, Bite does good damage, no flinch, tackle, whatever. Alright, we're good. Pidgeotto time. Now, Pidgeotto is going to be faster, so first things first, Charm to drop the attack by 2 stages. Then we're going to use Scary Face, thank god it hits, to outspeed it. And it immediately pays off as our follow-up Bite flinches Pidgeotto. We get crit by Gust, but between our Berry and Pidgeotto being on super low health, it really is inconsequential. Well, next major battle is in Azalea City. We can either fight our rival, or we can fight Bugsy. I'm gonna opt to fight Bugsy. I think we have a better chance at taking him down. Bugsy has Metapod, Kakuna, and Scyther, and obviously we're gonna be faster than the 2 Cocoons, even as slow as we are. Thanks to Bite using Special in this generation, that Harden does absolutely nothing. Kakuna's out next. Poison Sting is a concern. Well, it would be, but we got a flinch there. Very nice. Hey, we're at full health for Scyther. Cool beans. Scyther will go for Fury Cutter. Of course, we go for Scary Face, so now we're faster, as evidenced by Scyther's follow-up Quick Attack. We go for Charm, and hey, look at that, we are faster. No flinch, though, as Scyther is trying to set up Fury Cutter again. Not sure why he quit the first time. And yet again, Scyther goes for Quick Attack twice in a row. That means we can't flinch, but doesn't matter now. Scyther is gone. That's 2 badges, and before we can go get the 3rd at Goldenrod, we have to battle our rival. And I figure since Bugsy went way better than I thought it was going to go, I thought we were going to have to fight him at least a couple of times. I think we should be okay against our rival. He will have Quilava by this point, and that's going to be unfortunate if we get burned. That's why I chose Quilava for our rival. Anyway, he leads off with Gastly, so we are going to go for Bite. Well, we will once we wake up. Lick. Spite's not going to work because we haven't actually attacked yet. And unfortunately for Gastly, by the time we do attack, it's a one-shot. And looks like Zubat's next. I thought he'd send out Quilava. Oh well. We end up trading Bite. Thankfully, we don't get flinched, and Tackle. That does great damage. We get flinched once, but not a second time. Down goes Zubat. Out comes Quilava, goes for Ember. Thankfully, no burn. We're going to go for Scary Face. And now that we're faster, we're going to spam Bite and hope we get some flinches. And although we do our best to mount an offense, the damage we're dealing against Quilava isn't great. Could be worse, though. But yeah, down we go. Well, let's try again. We're going to speed our way on over to Quilava because Gastly and Zubat, super easy. Same thing as before. We eat Ember, use Scary Face, now we're faster. Well, we get Quilava to about half health, but we get crit by Ember. Not only that, we also get burned, so yeah, that's a failed attempt. And you can see that our low speed is already holding us back here. The fact that we have to set up Scary Face is not great because we have to tank and attack, but Scary Face can also miss, so that could potentially be a wasted turn. Then we'd have to eat another attack and hope to heck that Scary Face connects. A case in point, we miss and get hit by Smokescreen. That's bad. Despite those smokescreens, Bite hits and flinches, and several tries later, once again, we'll just go by Ghastly and Zubat, although we do get confused before we end up fighting Quilava, so that's pretty bad. Hitting ourselves is gonna be a nightmare. Look, I spoke too soon. Confusion dropped. That was pretty fast. And there we go. That's what Daddy likes to see. Not one, but 2 flinches off a Bite. Thank goodness that last Ember didn't burn us. Whew, Rival 2, that was a lot tougher than I thought it was gonna be. And now we wait until Sunday so I can get the TM for return from Goldenrod, and then we're gonna pay Whitney a little visit and give her a taste of same type attack bonus return. Oh, case in point, Clefairy goes down to return. And unfortunately, as Miltank comes out, it is faster, not surprising. We get hit by Stomp and flinch. But Whitney goes for rollout. I see a path to victory. And turns out I was right to be confident about that, because with just 2 health left, we survive rollout, take out Miltank with 1 last return. So we're going to enjoy that little victory while we can, because next up is Rival 3 at the Burned Tower. And you'll have a Haunter, so we're gonna have to use Bite, and it loves going for Curse. I can just see it now. Turn 1 Curse, and we are gonna be super on the clock. Fortunately, in Gen 2, only Curse will not activate if you KO a Pokemon, so let's hope for the best. And there's Curse from Haunter, but it does lower his health to half, so we can finish it off with Bite. And next up is Magnemite. This is gonna take at least 2 returns, I think. And Supersonic, oh yeah, that's bad. Oh, and we're hitting ourselves? Awesome. I love to see that. Just piling on with that curse damage. Yeah, the path to victory is assured. Well, we do manage to KO Magnemite with 3 health left. And next up, the Rival sends out Zubat. Turns out we're faster, which is nice, but yeah, there's the hit and confusion, so that's a reset. Well, Supersonic has 55 accuracy, can very easily miss. Besides that, I think we should have this fight. And out comes Haunter. There's the curse again. And Bite ends up, yep, there we go, finishes it off. Well, that's good at least. Next up is Magnemite, second verse, same as the first. Return does great damage, and wouldn't you know it, we end up getting hit by 55 accuracy Supersonic yet again. At least we don't hit ourselves this time. Alright, next up is Zubat. We are still confused, unfortunately, but bit of good luck in our favor here. Return does hit Zubat, we don't hit ourselves. Last but not least is Quilava. It goes for Leer. Okay, wasn't expecting that. Return does really good damage. Awesome. As long as we don't get crit, we're gonna win. There's Ember. Thankfully, no burn. And yeah, we are Dunyan Rings. And, well, if this fight took a few tries, I am not looking forward to fighting Morty, where the only move we can hit his Ghost Team with is Bite. And they have Spite. Can we truly put up a fight? Nothing but high-quality rhymes here on Razador's Pokemon Shenanigans. And just like our rivals Haunter, Morty's Ghastly starts off with Curse. If we were able to take out Haunter, obviously we're going to take out the Ghastly. Naturally, Haunter does outspeed us, goes for Hypnosis, 60 accuracy hit move, yep, spot on, and we're snoozing. This isn't the worst thing ever, however, because we're normal type, Morty's ghost moves won't work on us. Now, I actually was considering using Mud Slap for this fight, because Mud Slap does drop accuracy, and there are no abilities in Generation 2, so our ground move would hit Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. I figure this is worth a few tries before we resort to that, and I mean, I'm probably just going to sell the TM for Mud Slap anyway if I didn't do that already. But I figure if I do want to use it, I have to be absolutely certain that I want to use it, because TMs before Generation 5 are single use, and I'm rather stingy with TMs. And if Bite did use our physical attack, then this fight would have definitely been over. If nothing else, these failed attempts are a perfect example of us using a physical attack, and us using a special attack. And Gengar hits with Hypnosis, we stay asleep, there's Dream Eater, oh yeah, that's another reset. I knew this fight would be difficult, but Hypnosis doesn't have the best accuracy, so we just keep trying till they miss Hypnosis. And I figure setting up Scary Face is out of the question, because I don't want to miss, and then I get hit with Hypnosis. And speaking of Hypnosis, out comes Gengar, there's Hypnosis, it misses. It's gonna be a 3-shot. Gengar uses Mean Look, that was a waste of a turn. Another Hypnosis miss. Okay, we should be good. No game I don't want to learn Rage, thanks. I mean, at least it's not Gen 1 Rage, am I right? And there's Haunter with Mean Look, and yes, spite all you want, baby. We're biting down. Whew, finally, all done here in Necrotique City, so we're gonna knock out the Kimono Girls, get Surf, and I think between the 3 available gym leaders, we're gonna go after Price first. He should be the easiest because Chunk is fighting type, and Jasmine has a Steelix, so yeah, Price it is. He leads off with CLM, obviously with our level, that's a one-shot with return. Yeah, we're quite a bit higher level now because there's a ton of Team Rocket stuff to do, so I got a chunk of it out of the way. The Team Rocket sections are never challenging. That's why I figured to not show it off. Not challenging, not particularly interesting. Kind of like this gym battle right here. I mean, Price is supposed to be the 7th gym leader, but back in Pokemon Yellow, Blaine has level 50, Ninetales, Arcanine, and Rapidash. Like, come on, Price, you gotta step it up, man. Okay, we're gonna circle back to Olivine City, and before we fight Jasmine, you're gonna notice that we have ourselves a nice new little toy here, in the form of Fire Punch. You can buy the TM for it back in Goldenrod. Oh god, I miss Generation 2. TMs for the elemental punches. Those were simpler times, weren't they? And even though our special attack is terrible, we do one-shot both Magnemites because they have low health, and if I recall, not great special defense either. Steelix is the one I'm worried about anyway. There's Fire Punch. Man, that does a lot more damage than I thought. Iron Tail did about a third. We got a defense drop, and Jasmine's not gonna heal? Well, okay. Quicker for us. Well, we can't put off the Chunkmeister anymore. He's got a Primeape and a Poliwrath, both of which have super effective moves against us and will almost certainly be faster. Well, I guess there's only one way to find out. And now, Primeape could have gone for Karate Chop, but missing with Leer? Yeah, that's the way to go. Well, next up's Poliwrath. He's got Dynamic Punch. We gotta be careful. Okay, we're faster. And it was a one-shot. Alright. Well, before we can get the final gym badge, we have to backtrack on over to Goldenrod and fight our rival yet again. Sounds good to me. Well, maybe not so much, because he does lead off with Golbat, which is going to be faster for sure. And now we get to play Confuse Ray Coin Flip, CRCF. Acronym and catchphrase coined by Razador. Personally, I always call heads, and, well, I guess I played off right there. Return, one-shot's Golbat. See, now this time for Magnemite, we have Fire Punch, and lo and behold, it's a one-shot. And as Haunter comes out, goes for Curse, you'll see that we have Shadow Ball, way better than Bite. Well, for Snubbull anyway, I will miss that flinching. Next up, our rival sends out Sneasel, obviously going to be faster. Does a bit of damage with Feint Attack, but cannot stand up to return. Last but certainly not least is Quilava, and we're faster? That's cool. And a one-shot with return, sweet deal. Alright, time to go whoop Karen Claire. Can we petition Game Freak to change her name with Karen, because Karen's awesome, and this gym leader totally sucks. She sends out Dragonair. I have to text somebody that I'll call them back so I can get this fight done. And lo and behold, Dragonair, one shot with return. I gotta stop saying that. I'm saying that way too much. Whoop! Another Dragonite. Another Outspeed. Another one shot. You know, sometimes they say 3 times a charm. I say 3 strikes. You're out. Next up's Kingdraw. It's faster. It goes for Smokescreen. Despite that, we hit with return and... oh, wow. Don't one shot. Very close, though. So, that's going to prompt Karen Claire to heal, and hey, look at that, we hit yet again. Awesome. And Surf did a fair bit of damage, but, well, we didn't miss a single time. Seriously, we gotta revoke Karen Claire's gym badge here. She's just the worst. Well, before we can go to the Elite Four, we have one more fight with our eponymous rival, checking out our Snubbull and our awesomely named team of HM users. I think we're ready to go. Let's go beat me up. Now, I remember this fight actually being kinda tough in our Wooper run. Is it gonna be here? Because we are pretty slow. I mean, we're not Wooper slow, but we're pretty slow, you know what I mean? Well, first things first, in this fight, he changes up who he sends out first. In this battle, he sends out Sneasel, and that's gonna be alright, I think. Definitely a one-shot. And he goes for Screech. Yeah, could be better. Could do without the Saved by the Bell reference. And, well, looks like next is Golbat, and that's gonna be faster and... wait, what? We're faster? Wasn't expecting that. I mean, I know we're like 24 levels higher, but still. Fire Punch one-shots Magneton. Next up is Haunter, and getting some revenge for those curses earlier, we outspeed, and obviously we're gonna one-shot it with Shadow Ball. 80 base power move with a Pokemon with 80 base physical attack. Pretty cool. Now, unsurprisingly, Kadabra, really fast Pokemon, does outspeed us, goes for Future Sight, but we one-shot it. Last up is Typhlosion, and it's faster, goes for Flame Wheel. Thankfully, we do not get burned by it. Return, one-shot, all it takes. For being the final required rival fight, they really should have pumped up his levels. Well, that was a nice little contrast from how that went as Wooper. Now, before we face the Elite Four, we're gonna go backtrack a little bit, pick up some stuff, some rare candies, all that good stuff, some funsies that we missed along the way. Also, I'm gonna need to get the TM for Ice Punch for Lance. And now that we're in Will's room, before we talk to him in battle, we're gonna slap on a Bitterberry because I know his Xatu has Confuse Ray, both of them. They love going for it. What's that? You don't believe me? Well, look at that. Xatu, Confuse Ray, Bitterberry cures it, and it's gone. I mean, we have Shadow Ball, and Xatu is super frail. Are you really surprised by that? Well, Jinx is up next. That's a super fast Pokemon. And yikes, Psychic does about 63 points of damage to us. Shadow Ball obviously is going to one-shot. It's the frailest Pokemon on Will's team. Well, next up is Executor, and we might not one-shot this one. Oh, wow, look at that critical hit. We do. Sweet! And I do believe we needed that critical hit because out comes Slowbro. We are faster, and despite our level gap and using a super effective move, we don't quite one-shot it. Well, we'll go ahead and use Bite. Unfortunately for us, Trouble strikes with the final. Xatu hits us with Confuse Ray. We do end up hitting ourselves. Xatu does a fair bit of damage with Psychic. I don't want to get hit by that again. However, fortunately for us, we power through the confusion and take out Xatu with Shadow Ball. I love Game Freak. Shadow Ball is physical, but Bite is special. Simpler times, man. Well, next up is Koga, and I have the distinct impression he's going to be rather easy. We have Fire Punch for Fortress, and same type attack bonus return for everything else. Yeah, we should be alright. Well, we're starting strong here. Ariados is a one-shot with return. Next up is Venomoth, and of course it goes for Supersonic and hits. I think I've gotten hit by that every single time that's been used on me in this run so far. Well, we hit ourselves, get smacked by Psychic, and fortunately break through Confusion this time. Down goes Venomoth. Well, out comes Fortress, which we should one-shot with Fire Punch, but hitting ourselves, yeah, that's cool too. Fortress wastes its turn with Spikes, and we once again slap ourselves. Oh, we broke out of Confusion. That's so nice. And hey, at least Fire Punch is in fact a one-shot on Fortress. I mean, it's double weak to fire, so yeah. Interestingly enough, Koga sends out Muck, and gotta say, I'm surprised that was a one-shot. It doesn't matter though, because Crobat's next, and obviously is faster. Down we go. Well, we're gonna breeze by Will here. Nothing new to see. We match up very well against his team, and even though the three of his Pokemon are faster than we are, it really doesn't matter, just because we hit pretty hard, and most of his team doesn't have much in the way of bulk. Okay, Koga, round 2, let's do this. Ariados, second verse, same as the first. And this time we get hit by Toxic. Nice. After turn 1 Protect, we one-shot Fortress with Fire Punch. Turns out also that Muck is a range. I am not surprised by that. I am surprised that he didn't heal Muck, though. And hey, Double Team does not save Crobat. We advance to Bruno, and yeah, I think this is going to be a bit tough. Yes, fighting types, and we're a slow normal type. And I think this is where we say goodbye to Fire Punch. Very useful, but we're going to need Ice Punch for Onyx, and of course for Lance's team. Okay, Snubbull versus Hitmontop. Let's dance. Wasn't expecting to outspeed, and one shot, nice. Out comes Hitmonlee, who is faster, and the second hit of Double Kick crits us, of course. But hey, we one-shot. Mach Punch does a bit, and I'm surprised we took out Hitmonchan. That must have been a super low damage range on Hitmonlee. Out comes the Machamp, and wow, that's almost a one-shot. Yeah, no way are we surviving that. I wonder if the Pink Bow would have made a difference there. And at Pink Bow, before they had Silk Scarf, 10% increase to normal type moves. Maybe I should have went back and got that. Nah, oh well. And as it turns out, big shock here, we can lay an absolute beatdown on Will's team, and we've seen that a couple times already. And we're going to speed through Koga's team, because when there's no RNG shenanigans with Confuse Ray to worry about, he's pretty easy. Thankfully we can learn Fire Punch. Fortress would actually be quite the obstacle if we couldn't. Alright, we'll drop a save in front of Bruno, and let's go. And we know how this starts off. Hitmontop, we outspeed, it goes down to a single return. And you know what? It's just like before, too, because Hitmonlee does crit us with double kick, but it's with the first hit of it this time. And as we one-shot Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan, you know what I just realized? I forgot to teach Ice Punch over Fire Punch. Well, might as well give it a try, and holy cannoli, Batman. That must have been a high damage roll. One-shotting Machamp? Sweet. Okay, so Fire Punch doing about a third, and oh, we got a burn. Sweet. Earthquake did 14 damage. Oh, we got him down low with Fire Punch there. Earthquake did 14 damage. Oh my god, no. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, we're saving by Karen. Oh my god. Well, that was a good laugh. And, well, getting hit by Sand Attack is really going to bring the mood down. And, I mean, we do hit Umbreon and take it out. And as for Vileplume, we don't miss with Return, and we do one-shot. Very nice. And next up is Gengar. We know what Fast Ghosts like to do. And thankfully, though, despite that Sand Attack, we have not yet missed, although I'm sure we will. Well, next up is Murkrow. It is faster, and we take about 30-ish damage from Feint Attack. We don't miss with Return, and get an unnecessary critical hit. Down goes Birdie. Last up is her ace, Houndoom, obviously faster, does a lot of damage with Flamethrower, and wow, we don't miss. We didn't miss a single time with Sand Attack, that's amazing. Snubbull is impervious to Sand Attack, apparently, and I'm perfectly alright with that. Okay, just gonna do some last-minute preparations before we battle Lance, remembering to teach Ice Punch, because we're going to need it for this fight. I did make sure to grab the Never Melt Ice as well, because I don't think we're going to be faster than Dragonite. But Thunder Wave can miss 25% of the time, and with Never Melt Ice, we should be able to take them out. Even with our miss special attack, Dragonite is 4 times weak to Ice, so that's the play. And now, I figure that we're going to be faster than Gyarados, right? We'll go ahead and go for Return. Okay, so we're slower. Oh, man. Well, he did set up Rain Dance, which is cool, but since we're slower, if we don't win this attempt, I have an idea. Well, getting paralyzed is unfortunate, but I was right. Ice Punch with Never Melt Ice one-shots Dragonite. So next up comes another Dragonite, the one with Blizzard. It misses. We don't lose our turn to Paralysis. Oh man, we're doing great. And with the rain still up, he ends up sending out Aerodactyl, which is actually great because, well, Hyper Beam's not great, but we have Thunder and it does not miss while Rain Dance is up. And even better, Rain Dance is going to cut fire damage. Well, there's Charizard, and he ends up going for Slash, which is cool. We don't lose our turn to Paralysis, go for Thunder, and looking to deal great damage so far. Hopefully that's a one-shot. Well, it's not. And the rain stopped, and we didn't paralyze Charizard. Ah, man, that's really unfortunate. I mean, it's cool that we survived Flamethrower. Honestly, wasn't expecting that. And of course, we take it out with Return. But there's one more Dragonite. It's faster even without Paralysis. And we have 27 hit points. Yay! But now that I know Gyarados is faster, it sets up Rain Dance for us. There's Thunder. We have a Paralysis Cure Berry just for Dragonite's Thunder Wave. Perfect timing. But we don't one-shot. Yeah, we really need that Never Melt Ice to get rid of that range. And cool that it missed Hyper Beam. Speaking of missing, Thunder Wave misses us, and we do one-shot Dragonite. Yep, it is a range. Aerodactyl hits with Ancient Power, but Thunder, one-shot. Unfortunately, however, the rain does stop, and Flamethrower hits us hard. Thunder does one-shot Charizard, so we're dealing with another damage range. Now, this attempt here is pretty funny, and a little bit tragic, I must say. It's going off without a hitch for the most part. We're able to fight our way through the Pokemon, just as we did in the last attempt, but a little bit better, because we actually make it to the last Dragonite. We tank Outrage, and there's a damage range. But we have our strategy. Let's see it through to the end. Rain Dance Thunder, bye-bye Gyarados. Paralysis Cure Berry kicks in, and we get the range on Ice Punch to one-shot Dragonite. 4 more to go. Dragonite 2, Thunder Wave misses. We get the damage range, Ice Punch one-shots. Out comes Aerodactyl, does 33 with Ancient Power, and obviously we one-shot with Thunder. And the rain is still up. We tank that Hyper Beam from Charizard, finish it off with Thunder. Last Dragonite goes for Safeguard so we can't freeze it, and no damage range for us. Lance goes for a full restore, and we get the damage range to one-shot the level 50 Dragonite. So we just beat the Pokemon Champion with a level 65 Snubbull. All things considered, I thought we'd have to be higher level than this. I'm really happy with this little guy's performance. And now this here is a great victory, but our run's not over yet. We have to clear the post-game Kanto and see how we match up against Red, the secret final boss of the game. Kanto's gems are mostly a joke, so we're going to just cut straight to Blue, the only other real challenge over in Kanto. And gotta say, love the remodeling from when Giovanni was gym leader. We got these nice little green and blue Legos. Perfect arena for a Pokemon showdown. And without further ado, let's do this. Blue leading off with his trusty Pidgeot. Naturally, Pidgeot outspeeds us and deals 42 damage with Wing Attack. However, we counter with same type attack bonus return, one shot. And you'll notice that we have the leftovers. That heals us by 1/16 every turn. Definitely gonna need that for this fight and for Red. But yeah, Alakazam going for Reflect was kind of a good call on the AI's behalf because Return, despite Alakazam being frail, is not one-shot by it. Alakazam goes for Recover, but unfortunately it's not enough because we do still have Shadow Ball, and this will easily finish off Alakazam. And while it's unfortunate that Reflect is still up, the fact that Alakazam wasted 2 turns with it is pretty nice. And we still have Ice Punch for Rhydon here. It's not quite gonna be a one-shot. Rhydon always likes to set up Sandstorm, which in Generation 2 will chip away 1/8 of your total health every turn. But I suspect we'll manage, at least for now. We are faster than Rhydon, so there's no worry about taking a hit from it. Down it goes. And we don't have to worry about Sandstorm because next up Blue sends out Gyarados, and just like with Lance, this Gyarados is faster than us, so as it comes out, Gyarados is going to set up Rain Dance to undo Sandstorm because that does hurt his team as well. Perfect for us too because we still have Thunder! We might not have great special attack, but Gyarados is 4 times weak to electric moves. And Thunder is base 120 power in Generation 2. And you know what? The timing couldn't get any better because as Executor comes out, Reflect also fades, so we go for Shadow Ball, being faster is great. Do a lot of damage, not quite a one-shot, but that's alright. Leech Seed is less alright, but we'll manage. Blue opts for a full restore on Executor, but it really is a moot point, even with the Leech Seed. And because we are faster, there's no fear of reprisal. Executor goes down, leaving only Arcanine, and the range should still be up. And hey, look at that, it is! With the rain, Arcanine will go for extreme speed, but doesn't matter. One return, and it's done. That was a very, very pleasant first try victory. I never thought I'd see the day where Lance would take multiple tries and Blue wouldn't. But that's the beauty of these challenges, because you never know what you're gonna get. One of these days we'll have Blue be tougher than Red, mark my words. And now, as we prepare for Red, we're gonna rework our moves quite a bit here. We're gonna teach Rest, because we're gonna need to heal during battle, and Sleep Talk, so that we can potentially use Return while we're asleep, and also Curse, because, hey, we're gonna be slower than everything anyway. Might as well be slower while boosting our attack and defense by 1 stage. Will it work? Well, let's find out. Come on, Red. And now we have to set up our curses against Pikachu here. That's kind of a double-edged sword because on one end, Pikachu does have Charm. We were using that earlier this run. That drops our attack by 2 stages. But when Pikachu uses it, it can miss 25% of the time. On the flip side, he does attack with Thunder as his main move, which he doesn't have Rain Dance, so that's going to miss 30% of the time. We're going to have to bank on that to be setting up our curses. And now, I make a bit of a mistake here. I ended up going for Return. I should have gone for Rest. And, I mean, we will KO the Pikachu very easily. But unfortunately for us, because we are paralyzed, well, this is about as far as we're going to get. Although, since it's Espeon, we could not be paralyzed and it would still be way faster, so yeah. Now, in our second attempt here, you're going to see the fun shenanigans that is Sleep Talk. Because we're setting up here, and of course we have to rest so the Pikachu doesn't take us out. So I end up using Sleep Talk, and look at that. While we're asleep, we can set up Curse. That's also pretty cool. 2 turns pass, Thunder misses, we wake up, hit return, Pikachu easily gets one-shot. And there's no static to worry about, I love that. And thanks to our leftovers, we're able to tank a Psychic with 21 health remaining. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. And, ooh, next up is Snorlax, that's perfect. So, we're gonna hit rest right about now. And while we're asleep, quick rundown on Sleep Talk. It picks one of your moves at random, so we have a 1 in 3 chance to use Return, Rest, or Curse. With our Curse buildups and Sleep Talk proccing Return, Snorlax is a one-shot. And next up is Venusaur. It's faster, sets up Sunny Day, and, I mean, it's cool that we do take out Venusaur with a single Return, but with Sunny Day, well, that means Charizard's up next. I'm not liking that. Because, I mean, look at that. Sunny Day Flamethrower almost one-shots us. Yeah, it didn't help that I misclicked on Sleep Talk when I meant to go for Return. But yeah, touching up on Sleep Talk again. 1 in 3 chance to use each of our moves. So 33% chance for Return, 33% chance for Rest, 33% chance for Curse. Now, this is about the silliest strategy I think I've ever used. But as quirky and goofy as it is, the reason why I went for this in particular is because we have a base speed of 30, I think. Yeah, even if we get level 100, we're not going to be outspeeding much of anything here. We already outspeed Snorlax without Curse. So we might outspeed maybe Venusaur. A big maybe there. Now, I was considering Snore over Return because Snore normal type, so it'd be 75 base power including the same type attack bonus. Buffing it up with Curse would be pretty awesome. It was a tough call to make, honestly, but at the end of the day, that same type attack bonus from Return is just too good to pass up. And being able to use Rest during the effects of Sleep Talk so we can rest while we're already asleep. And I do like the chance of being able to use Curse while we're asleep as well. It's just unfortunate that we have to set up against Pikachu because, well, Thunder missing is nice, but Charm will always undo some of our Curse. Now, I could have maybe taught Roar, and then been able to get Snorlax to appear, but I'm pretty sure Snorlax one-shots us with Body Slam if we're not buffed in any way. But hey, I see a very clear path to victory here. It's just a matter of getting the Sleep Talk shenanigans luck to line up here. We can't get hit by Charm too much. Now, one thing that we can get a lot of, that I'll always welcome, are those Thunder misses. And it's funny I say that because, behold, Thunder misses not 1 time, not 2 times, but 3 times. We hit with Return. Get out of here, Pikachu. We'll wake up this turn, so yeah, we'll tank that Psychic from Espeon just fine with about 1/3 of our health left. We wake up, there's Return. Yeah, bye, Espeon. No time to celebrate, though. Snorlax comes out, paralyzes us with Body Slam. Things get real scary when we miss not 1, but 2 turns of paralysis while trying to go to sleep. Luckily, on this turn, we do hit Rest, go to sleep, remove the paralysis, and we're back to full health. We'll just keep clicking Rest so that we can heal up immediately. And oh my god, that critical hit, dude. Oh, my heart sank when I saw that. And I figure we can go ahead and top off our curses because non-critical Body Slams don't do much to us, although getting paralyzed is annoying. Won't have to worry about that though because Sleep Talk procs Return and down goes Snorlax. So now we're at full health for Venusaur. Unfortunately, another sunny day, so this ain't looking good. Oh my god, look at that damage. We have 4 health left. Oh god. Oh my god, it's like an emotional roller coaster over here. And oh my god, Blizzard missed. What? Yo. Oh, but it's not over. We might not one-shot Blastoise. Oh, come on, baby. You can do it. Oh my god. Why did he go for Blizzard? I mean, was it Sunny Day? I mean, that makes it less accurate. Well, whatever. Well, you can take the Gen 1 Pokemon out of Gen 1, but you can't take the Gen 1 out of the Pokemon. Oh, that was awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. We got a bunch of runs coming. They're on screen now. Or maybe they're not. I don't know how fast I had those scroll by credit style. Hope you had as much fun as I did. I'll see you at the next video. Later, guys.